Hey guys, how are we doing? Hope we're good. Hope we are good. Hope we're doing great. Welcome everybody. Welcome if you are connected for today's Alpha Launch session. So let's get started, right? Let's get straight to today. And like I stated, the reason why I decided to had the inspiration to start this is two things specifically. The first thing is the 30 days oral presentation, which I initially recently started. It gave me this sort of it gave me this sort of what's the right word to use now? More like when someone has an epiphany that okay, if I can be so steadfast in doing this, then that means we can get to do something similar but in a bit different way, in a bit broader way as regards everything we do, right? And we just have like 8 days more, and then I think we're going to be done in doing the 30 days of the Orem live presentation. That doesn't mean I may not get to talk about Orem, but definitely not the as intense as I just did right now. So after the next once the next 30 days is over, I'm done with that chapter, right? And once in a while I get to talk about it because obviously right now it's even crazy because people all over the world in different countries are like creating setting up a registering Orem like that. So the main target is to um just push and position myself in the best possible way. Because everything that I do is the same thing I always teach us, right? It has to do with positioning. So I think that's for number one. Number two is like I stated in terms of yesterday. So I think um one, we need to go and watch what we talked about starting yesterday to have a good perspective, right? And I said the greater the chaos, the greater the opportunity. There's so much chaos happening in the world right now, from one battle to the other, one war to the other. As long as that war is not affecting somebody that is connected to you, that is none of your business. That is none of your business. And I'm not saying this to sound um, um, as someone that doesn't have empathy, right? But I'm saying this as that is none of your business. As long as this earth remains, people will die every day. People will be born every day. The birth rate is increasing every single day. You would see one of the videos I did from like 1904 to like 1960, how the world moved from 1 billion to about 3 billion, from 1960 to 2007, from like 3 billion to somewhere around 5, 6 billion or so. And from 2007 to where we are today, we are around 8 point something billion people. So as long as this earth remains, even if 100 million people die today, within the next 1 year, we'll see the population of the world will keep on increasing. There are more people being born. As long as you're not the one dying or someone connected to you is dying, then your most important focus is in everything that is going on in the world right now. Where's the opportunity for me? Where's the opportunity for me? And I think one of the things I use a case study of people like uh look at most of the richest people. Let's use those who are from Nigeria. Look at the major richest people, right? The richest men in Nigeria, from the Dantata Dangote family to Ojuku's line family to the what's his name, Rabi. You can mention all the names, put from the Igbo lineage to the those who, if you check most of them, right, you get to discover that their grandfather or their great grandfather or their elder brother made generational wealth. Now, the next thing you want to ask is how were they able to make generational wealth? Because everything that you see happening right now is like a spillover, right? Dangote being the richest in Africa, everything is a spillover from what has happened, right? Now, when you trace history, because I know some people don't read their history, you don't need their history, you don't even know what happened to the country where we're born. The only thing you're concerned is how the government should do this. The government has never changed anything in this world. Every thriving nation is as a result of powerful men who choose to take initiative and introduce industrial revolution to those countries. It's never been the work of the government to change the country. It's always been individuals. If you look at America today, we refer to the men who built America. You didn't hear anything that said the government who built America. Yes, the government plays its role, but it has to do with individuals and people. And when you have this understanding, you will not be among the stupidness of the majority and the masses who get on continue. See, there's something how there's a way this the order of the world works, and most people do not understand the order of the world. I'll give you a very good let me before I skip to that. Talking about these people, when I studied the history of each of them, I discovered that most of them positioned themselves at a time when there was issues in the world, right? I'm trying to remember the name of this man that has the largest transports in the East, right? An Igbo person or so. The person who started that transport, how did he start it? It was a time when the British government, right, was sending out delegates of people for war on their behalf. I think that was World War One or World War Two, and people from Nigeria were being taken into the government to go and fight their battles and fight there because a lot of Africans fought wars for most of these first world countries. And now, in the midst of that war, somebody is seeing opportunity and has changed his generational life. If we track every single time in history, it's when there was chaos, there's a little bit of confusion, there's some level of uncertainty. That's the order of the world. Prosperity, when we say wealth is changing hands, prosperity is changing hands, it's just like the phrase where they say that bad times, tough times create strong men, good men, right? And good times create weak men. It's a rotation, rotation, rotation. And you need to have that understanding going what, and this is why I do what we do. And you should have what we call laser focus. How do the powers look at what is happening in the Epstein files and stuff? I've never read any of the Epstein files. I just see some of these things by mistake, right? I've seen all these things by mistake. Sometimes maybe online, you pick online, but I'm not bothered. I'm sometimes people send it to me. Shifu, this is something you used to say in private. You used to tell us in private, and I just laugh about it because I already know how this world works. To a good extent, at least I do. I think I do. Let me use that word. At least I do to a good extent because of the caliber, the quality of people I work with, the people I advise for, I consult for. I talk with a lot of these people, right? I have a good number of contacts across politics and government and certain people in power. And I'm grateful to God for that process, right? But in relating to these people, you understand a lot of feeling and perspective about what power really means in this world, right? Now, let's use a case study of how do you think people in power maintain control over the masses? For those of you who are watching, how do you think they maintain control over you? People in power, they maintain control by keeping you in confusion, keeping you in doubt. Even God, those of you who are believers as Christians, go and read your Bible. What happened when God came down and saw that the children of the people were coming together and they were building a tower? They said it's the Tower of Babel. And they said that this thing that they've imagined to do together in their hearts, nobody will be able to stop them. Oh. They are going to be unstoppable. The only way you can, if before you know, these people will build something and come and meet me there in heaven. So what should I do? Let's create a confusion in their midst. So for God to even maintain his power over humanity, he has to cause the confusion to happen with us. How much more our fellow human beings? For the government to maintain control over you, they have to keep you. Oh, Jesus Christ. What we refer to as famous people, the people we see who are famous, superstars, actors, actresses, all these certain people who we look at, a lot of them, 99% of them are just pawns of what we call the 1%. Pawns of the 1%. So the 1% knows that they want to keep you entertained. They want to keep you distracted, and they create these things to keep you entertained and distracted from what is the core goal and what is the core importance. The media, who owns the media? Why do you think it's just that you're always agitated? Why do you see some people you look at some countries, some people are always depressed? Some countries, some people, oh Jesus. When you have this understanding perspective of the world in everything you do, it guards what you do. That's how you become an outlier. That is how you become an outlier. Now, every day people are coming online. There's something I said yesterday in terms of people are coming online and doing something every day. Some people are coming to post. And media intelligence is you understanding that behind everything there's an agenda, right? People come with their own agenda. They're coming to post their business. They're coming to post this. They're coming to post that. You, what are you coming to do? Right? If I haven't been online, I haven't picked my phone since. Um, so if I come, maybe I'm making a post and I'm out. I'm not spending time to scroll. If I'm coming for this meeting, there's a reason why we're here, what we're doing, we're sharing what we're sharing. So when you have this understanding, what is the most important thing for your life? We want to make money. Let me just make it. We want to make money. I want to make crazy amount of money, so much money that we can catch up with the way the world is evolving. We can catch up with inflation. I want to explore so many opportunities. So because of how much there's so much opportunities right now, is why we are doing what we are doing. Why we're doubling. I'm locking in like my life depends on it because it actually does. Why we're exploring opportunities and saying, okay, how can we do here? How can we do here? How can we do here? What can we throw in here? Little drops here, little drops here, little drops here, little drops here. That is how you make an ocean. That is how you boom, you transform your life. That's how you change your life because you choose to show up on a daily basis, even when others aren't showing up. When people are not showing up. Remember, the secret to wealth is you have to be willing to do the things today that others won't do so that you can have the kind of life tomorrow that others won't have. Did I say that again? This number one most important, powerful, un- infallible secret to wealth. Secret to wealth is you have to be willing to do the things today that others won't do so you can have the kind of life tomorrow that others won't have. And one thing people won't do is they won't lock in consistently. People lock in and lock off. They lock in and lock off. They won't lock in. And that's what we're doing. We're doing it consistently, showing up on a day-to-day basis. Right? So let's get started and we're going to look through, first of all, let's look through the DGen charts. So we're going to the trenches and then we'll go into forex, synthetic indices, and all that that is necessary, right? So this is basically our dedicated time to hunt for 1000x crypto alphas, trade setups, and all the hula baloo opportunities we are able to see. So Aline, let me start with this page. Please, guys, let me know if you can see the screen in the comment section because I'm sharing the screen. I don't want to just be saying things and that people are unable to see. Right? Oh, shit. Sorry, I want to make my own video very small. Okay. Let's just quickly look at what is happening in terms of this week, right? Let's just quickly look at that. We've got 3rd, Tuesday, 5th of March. That's what we're looking for. 5th of March, right? Yeah, so there's unemployment claims by 1:30. That should be like, let's say, an hour's time from now. A lot of this data. So the market's going to move very, very strong in like an hour's time. So, okay. Good to go. Let's go to Dex Screener and let's begin our journey. So yesterday we talked about a few things, right? We talked about how we're approaching the season and how we are like playing in terms of the season, in terms of opportunities in this season, how we're navigating all that. That's one of the things we talked about yesterday. And then we talked about how we're looking at in terms of speculation, in terms of navigating and trading asset class or trading funds, entries, how volatile this season is in terms of how people take profit, how people dump on people. Now, it's something you want to like I said, this is the trenches. Nobody here is your savior, not even me, other than yourself, right? You are your own savior, not even me. And everybody is a suspect until proven otherwise. So that means the next person might dump on you. Or anything can happen, right? Because people are all in to make money as much as you. So if you have this perspective that you're in a war zone, you will approach everything that way. Everything you're doing that way. So I think we looked at AGRX, AI Cloud, and we looked at the website, how they are developing something that has to do with what's it called now? You can use prompts and create a website. So if you want to create a website, you can use their stuff and create one. And I feel like it's amazing, it's awesome, right? As well. And then we looked at BTC 2.0, right? We talked about BTC 2.0 as well. So there is a there is one that I feel so sad that because I was thinking that I'm going to buy it in the night yesterday, but honestly, I did not buy it, and it moved up very well. But I didn't feel too bad because I knew that even if it pumps, it will still dump. After all, this is the season we are in. There are people who want to take profits. A lot of people always want to take profits. So I won't FOMO, right? And just these things can go to zero. There are risks, there are crazy risks, but like I said, we're looking at opportunities in terms of the best asymmetrical bets that has like a very good upside, that somebody could use like $10 and turn to $1,000 or $100 to turn to. Because on a normal good market stick, maybe I usually trade with like, let's say, 5K or 3K, yeah, or 2K. But instead of me to put in 5K or 3K or 2K, I'm using $100, as little as tiny as $100. I don't know, but because I feel like, okay, I can lose $100. I can't afford losing $5,000 right now. I can't afford losing $3,000 right now. That's a lot of money right now in this current market state. And also having the perspective that a coin that is what, let's say, $10,000 before, right now is that coin that's worth $10,000 before me is worth 1,000 or $500. So if you're putting $100 in anything right now, is equivalent of actually $1,000 in a good market state. I don't know if this is not just that got to your people or it flew over some people's head. But I just hope you get what I'm saying in terms of capital allocation and stuff. So this is what I wanted to buy. I haven't bought it in yet, or maybe I'm gonna maybe buy later today or tomorrow. And this is it's called PMT, pump market. It's this now. It's a prediction market that is built around pump.fun, right? Where they are betting on which tokens that is going to graduate, something like that. And I think this was when last month, so it launched, pumped very well at about 1 million, and then obviously the after dump, everything. I mean, almost every major coin right now, this is what they do. They launch, they rally, and then they dump very, very well. And then from like last week, they're carrying some momentum. I was to buy this in like 40K, and then it pumped to like 200K today, as of between yesterday and today. And obviously now you can see people are cashing out and taking profits, and it's coming down. So I'm not like in a hurry, right? Who knows if it's going to come down to 40K or 50K as well. But I just spread if I want to get in, I would like use my DCA plan, the strategy, which I explained yesterday, which is how let's say if I always split it into two or three, and how I am entering. So even if it's like say $200 I'm gonna put like $100 in, wait for it to come down to a particular level, and I put another $100, and then that's how I approach it. Now this is purely just discussions, right? I want you to know nothing I'm saying here is a financial advice. I'm just DJing in, I'm just doing it, DJing, I'm just looking in, I'm just trying to apparently I will not be able to go to pump.fun websites, right? I can't go to pump.fun website, but I can from here. You can literally just have like a clue of seeing what goes on in terms of pump market. How their website is not like it's in beta. I think it's live already. I think so. It's live already. So this is, I think what they did is they connected everything in terms of stuff that is here. So these are all these coins are like on pump.fun. So the ones that are about to graduate, you can bet if yes or no on it. So I think if they do a lot of a very good quality level of traction, I don't know if so. Let me look at the leaderboard. So there's a leaderboard here. Oh, nice. So people are already active. They've got like most active, most profitable, interesting. That means it's just to look for this person's whatever this person is betting, I'm betting on it as well. That's made about six. That means it's actually active, right? This is good though. Let's check in the past 30 days. The past 30 days, that's good. People have made 6 Solana, 5 Solana. That's like nice. That's nice. Let's see how many has graduated so far. Tokens. So I think they just developed a Nike for themselves within the product, and I think it's pretty innovative. Developing a Nike for yourself in the bigger scale of things, right? So one can easily, and I think this is even an opportunity for people who like to hunt tokens, right? Tokens that just launch and check and stuff. I think they could do, yeah, but most of these things always go down to zero. That's the thing. You don't know. People create these things like, I mean, Pump the phone is kind of scam hub of crypto, right? Well, I love the utility behind this, right? I don't know if they have like a way to use how they spend their revenue. I have no clue. I just like the utility, and I feel like it just has that perks. And in a good market state, I think it could run. So their Twitter is, they use the highest version, the organization version, which I think is a cool thing too. I've got a few of my friends following them as well. One, two, three. So I have four of my friends following. That's good. Predict, you can predict whether or in or not, and they predict whether or not any pump form will graduate. This is not. Is this a correct spelling? This sounds like someone who is a Nigerian. This writer. It's like a Nigerian created this platform, but that doesn't matter, does it? From just that post alone, I can literally just know that it feels like the Nigerian who created it. But I like the idea behind it, honestly. And they have like an agent. So they have an agent that is also actively working on it. Okay. I just like the idea. I just like the idea behind it. The only thing is, if they follow up with it, right? If they really actually get to follow up with it, could be good. And you can actually set up an agent. I think the good thing here, the nice thing, you can set up a cloud agent to be making the bets and predictions for you. That's innovative too. For those who do vibe coding, I mean, one could, because these things are all there that one could just look at cracking the system, right? If you can say, okay, how can I crack the system to like make some money out of it? It's pretty cool. Like really, really pretty cool. Really pretty cool. I think what I would do is I should add it to our watch list. Where's the desk screener again? So let me just add it to our watch list. Later, I should look for an entry for myself on it. Witness. There's no how that you gamble around 10 different plays that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we notes turn out to be way more massive. That's just the fact. That's just the facts. Some things go to zero, some we start finding like some positions as well. And I feel like one of the things I'm doing, right? One of the things I'm doing, it's profits I make from all these kinds of play. I navigate them into the ones I have that I know that have more, I'm more confident in, right? If you can recall, the last year when I did a video, of let's just of I think I mentioned three coins. I think week is it WKC, TKC, and my standard, right? And that was towards the end of last year. WKC, TKC, my standard. Today, TKC was like moving up very, very well, very, very well. Because I think like the guy who runs this has like good plans concerning it. I think he's a pastor sort of, and so I think he's got like good plans concerning pushing his token and stuff, and got to like 5.4 million, and like as usual, it's dumping. People will always want to cash out. This we're in a cashing out season, right? People looking for opportunity to get out. People are not people. A lot of people don't believe that there's going to be any major bounce and stuff, and people have lost hope. So any opportunity they see, even 50% of their money, they are willing to run. But it'd be nice, right? It'd be nice. So usually when I make like good funds in all these gambles, right? I could decide to just rotate the profits into places like TKC, WKC, Mist, my standard, just three of those, right? And whatever I have in my major holds or major perspective, That's just basically what I do, right? And someone says it's a prophet jewel. Okay, okay, it's a prophet. So I think it's owned by a prophet and it's good. So imagine, right? Let's say someone got in at let's say imagine somebody got in somewhere around what's the right word to use? Now I'm looking for the stuff. Let's say imagine someone got in around this 2 or how low did it even get? So that would be some quick 2.5x or thereabout 3x as well. And if you hold steady over but like I said, April is definitely going to be like that sweet time, that really amazing time in terms of the market and stuff as well. But that being stated, if you have any other maybe there's something you're looking at, you want me to just look into it quickly, feel free to let me know in the comments. I will really like highlight it and check it out as well. With that being said, let's quickly look into Deriv. Right, somebody requested that we create a video for Deriv. Someone requested we create a video for Deriv. So let me check. Okay, I don't know why this boy is putting. There are two videos were uploaded, so I think I'm gonna copy the first one and copy the second one. So someone is asking how to set up an account. The video for Deriv broker, as promised, has been uploaded. Coming, I want to post this. The video guide. The beginner video guide for Deriv Broker has been uploaded. They're like short 2 minutes, and one is 2 minutes, the other one is 5 minutes as well. So I'm just forwarding it now. I'm just forwarding it to all the groups there is, so we can get. I know someone asked for it yesterday, and I said I'm gonna request Caleb to do it and put upload on the channel, which thankfully he did. He did that. Okay. I took a okay. Where was it? What would we even look last yesterday? Okay, we had this pending entry, but this guy has just been crazily messing up. And funny enough, I would have shared this. I saw this late, so I didn't get in myself, right? I saw something forming. I saw a bearish Gartley forming here. It was a very clean trade from here, here, and here. So it had been a very sweet entry, but it was somewhere around 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. in the morning. So I think I was asleep at the time. Didn't get it, but it's all good. It's all good. If it comes back for us, then we'll get in. But if it doesn't, there's no point. We don't have to rush it, right? You don't have to rush it. And there's a major zone we've been looking at for it to clear, right? And that is the zone. So if we're looking to attempt any form of buy, it's going to be at that point lower. So we're waiting for that. We're still waiting for that. There's the other one that I think the other one got triggered yesterday. Should be V100. Yes, V100 got triggered yesterday. This is a very crazy ass long trade. Very crazy long trade actually. Very crazy long trade. It's 18 arrow arrow. 18 arrow means 18 times. That's a lot of money. 18 times if you took it. I think that's one thing I like about this coming. That's one of the things I like about this because it gives that someone you could use like $10 and make like $200 in just one trade. Just this, for example, now if you took this trade yesterday with $10, you already have made like $50 already. Already. So imagine you now like if you made that $50 and then maybe you've closed like $25 and then allow the rest to run. That's a lot of money. So much money. I think there was somebody who said he turned his $11 to like 200 or so on the group on the Telegram. I've forgotten who that person was. He posted it the other is the last week or so on one of the trades we shared. I think that's why I like I just have like I like derivative. Just very easy to make money with it. So from it's already up 5.5 RR. So obviously you could I think I posted about it that it's up 5 RR that we could take profits. Or in terms of looking out for um I think it's just to allow it to run. But if I would want to look out for an opportunity or look for something like this, and then come to 15 minutes. And then it's good to like at this point is where you break even because 5 RR is a lot of gains already. So you break even because anything could happen. You could decide to go back to where it is coming from or not. We'll be able to get you can able to catch another entry if we get something like this. We'll have to wait to see if that is going to happen. So let me just click on save. And then I can add this to the Telegram like an update. So let me go to where our network is and look for V100, which is yesterday. So after that, what is the next thing we should be looking out for? V100. Okay. V25. This was one smotometer. And how do I go about this? Let me mute. Is it mute or delete? 15 minutes short. I don't really like 15 minutes short, but for some reasons, I think that's the only way you get more faster trade setups. and opportunities for some reason. So if you want to join this, I think this is what you can do, because this validates the entry to 785. So allow the price tag for this one to be there. But obviously it's not going to be like the same arrow like it, because it's looking like going to be confirmation trades. But it's still good. It's still good. Let me see if I can zero down a little bit more. So the only problem with this is over zeroing down is hoping you get triggered before it continues going to the over states. Obo states. Ubu. Ọba o, ọba láṣẹ ọba. Ọba o, ọba láṣẹ ọba. V25. I'm posting the charts on the Telegram. So obviously, I expect everyone who is like in the live stream should be on the Telegram. So you can always like have access to the charts when we. Okay, if we get that. Yes, I'm already sending everything to the group. To the group. Send everything to the group. Okay. What is the next thing we're looking for? Looking at forex. 444 weeks. Okay. There's something I want to see, but I want to see this happen in what is it called? I want to see this happen in this, let's say in the next 2 hours. Within the next 2 hours, I want to see this happen. This will determine this is what will determine this. I'm not in this trade, please. I'm not like in the trade at all. I just, if you see, I drew an arrow, right? So I need to have like a confirmation to take it. See, it's actually because where I had an entry, but I didn't share this entry. I did not even take it myself, so that's why I didn't share it. I said I'm going to share it, but by the time I sleep and wake up, the way this market, we've seen how foolish, crazy the market. It just moves so fast, unexpectedly, like in a very crazily fast way these days, and that is what it just did. That's basically what it just did. I had that markup already here, and it triggered it exactly. I just marked it and kept it. That okay, later when I wake up, I'm gonna share, only for me to wake up and discover that it has done justice already and it's up. So I'm trying to see if I can catch another entry. But for me to catch that other entry, I need to see a strong, aggressive breakout. See the way this candle is here now. I need to see another candle like that, poof, above. So if we get that other candle, then we'll have a valid trade opportunity. Let me remove the. So I don't think there's any point sharing this chart, so some people don't get confused or misled. But this is what we want to see. We want to see the break above here, and then if we get a break above there, a pullback would be that possible entry for us. Just similar thing for S&P 500. Same thing. A break above validates, and honestly, this and the thing about both of these things are they're like same thing, right? And I don't think like what's the word to use. The truth is anyone you can't there's no point taking like two positions. Let's say somebody you're trading, just like when somebody's buying EU and GU, you're actually overexposing yourself because they are literally almost the same thing in terms of risk exposure. And based on risk exposure, trading S&P 500 US 30 is almost the same thing. So US 30 is just like the the collation of 30 companies in the US equity, right? 30% in the US equity, and then if we look at what's it called? The US 500, the collection of 500 companies in the US equity. So US 30 is like within the bulk of movement. So that is why you see that US 30 could move this what is it called now? The spikes, the candles are a bit more volatile because there's a lesser number of companies than the US 500. The US 500 is more collated. It's more collated, like there's way more number of people in US 500. That is basically how it is. So we want to see. So it's looking more like itself, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not. There's always so many ways to trade these things, right? From a bigger context. So let's look at something. So if we go to the weekly chart for the S&P 500, one thing we see is this high, this low, this high, and then everything happening here is still low. Everything happening here is still low. It's still, so that means our projection has not been invalidated by any means at all. Our projections is still valid. So it could come to this level, right, as low as here, and then continue buying. Or at the same time, it could let me look something at the monthly. At the same time, it could sorry, here on the daily. At the same time, it could range around here for a bit and then decide to now start forming another awesome, amazing like rally to the 7164. So what then do? We go to the 1 hour and then we'll have like some concentrated areas whereby we are marking out. And I want to use the more recent charts in terms of these areas, these levels. And then you've got something like this. This is 1 hour. So if price does either of these two things, that's going to determine our play. And it's going to happen today. So once the news is out, we're going to have wide movement. In the next 2 hours, we should have wide movement. So I'll try to, I'm getting to, so basically I'm in here is basically my home office, but I'm leaving here to go to my actual physical office that is outside. And I get there, I I'm going to be busy doing other things, but I'm going to like spend some time to glance through the chart and see what would or would not, to see what it's done. So it's something like, so it's basically just two ways. The same thing. We wait for that confirmation movement to determine our entry. And I have like very similar thing for for gold, right? So, we tried entering a sell here on gold yesterday, so down a bit, and I said we should close this morning. The reason why I said we should close is they're seeing a new formation, and the formation is more like an inverse head and shoulders forming on gold. So something I think the news in the next that's coming out in the next 30 minutes, so the next 1 hour is gonna help us get some level of momentum in direction. So if it's gonna break down, we'll get to know in the next 1 hour. It's gonna break up, we'll get to know in the next 1 hour as well. So that is gonna determine entry. So I'm looking out, right? Personally, I'm looking out for opportunity within either the S&P 500 or the US 30 or gold, one of these three. And if I get any of these three, I'm gonna share to the charts for us. I'm gonna share to the chart for us if I get any of these three. Someone says Shifu, please look into bubble flop and the Vitex privacy. What are the tickers for the coins? This ones you mentioned. What are their tickers? Beef. Okay, I see one on BSC chain. 263K market cap. It's looks like it's trending. Looks like it's trending. Okay, on 28th February, it ran up to this point. It's coming down here. I feel like this is going to be a good entry. Yeah. So let's just assume that. Because this is psychological level. Right? And most psychological level, both teams and people, rather traders, all respond to psychological levels. This could be a good entry, 170K. So that should be like how many percent minus from here? That's if you get that, I think that could be a good entry for it. 260 minus 50%, no, minus 40%, minus 30%. So that's like 30%. 30% drop from there won't be bad. So it's like a Chinese project, Asian community. Most Asian communities projects, not most, some of them do well. Good number of them do well. It looks like the idea behind the bubble flap is similar to what's it called? It's similar to pom.form, but in a different way. I'm seeing one. Okay, that's why it's called bubble flap. I've seen it now. It's not bad if it flies. Everything right now it is in terms of traction, right? Traction is king. uh no matter how good your product is right now, no matter how many, there's so many good products, right? And these products we provide a lot of opportunities for people to make a lot of money in this season. But the two things you want to know is how do you rotate capital, right? When you make a couple of X's, how quickly you sell off and keep something reserved to trade into the next as well. And then as Bitcoin settles down from April, there's a lot of momentum that's going to come into the market. A lot of these coins will now become more. Some of them will run way harder from April, and like to that, and give people a lot those 1000x they're looking for and 100x or whatever x they are looking for as well. Someone says you sound like Dango. I don't even know how Dangote sound, but thank you. I could take that as a compliment. All right, because we want to get as the goal is to be as rich as he is, and if possible, Christ that is surpass him as well. So I think that should be all for today, right? We've looked through the trenches a bit. We've looked at. I think I just added one to our playlist. Just one I said to our playlist. Yeah. So I think if I have time tomorrow, I'll come on again as well. I have next tomorrow, just like that. In the evening, we have the session where we talk about Aurum and stuff and all that. But however, there's something new I may want. I think I'm going to. I'm still studying the platform, but I may start talking about it maybe next week. It helps you to those of you who are trading in it's copy trading, but for crypto in a way that removes the when you want to if you want to do copy trading in Binance on Bybit, most times you see a lot of traders, but you're not certain if what is there is real or not, right? You don't know if the data is correct. And some people try to copy some people and lose money. So there's a platform, an ecosystem that helps to use ZK proof, right? ZK proof to validate and verify the win rates of traders across certain exchanges to help you know that okay, this person is delivering this amount of profit on a daily basis or not. Meanwhile, they are protecting the person's strategy because that's the idea of ZK, right? ZK privacy and whatever, blah blah blah. And privacy is one of the biggest things this year too, one of the biggest narratives and all that put together. So in that way you can all you need to do is like you click create an account on that platform. When you create an account on the platform, you can now connect, you select any of the traders that you look, some of them like had a 40% win rate, 50, 70, 80% win rate. You can connect your preferred accounts via your API on your Bybit and or Binance, right? Any exchange used to them as they are trading on their own accounts, it's trading automatically for you. It's an insane. I think, like I said, we're in the age of automation. You don't need to be an expert in trading. You don't even need to know how to trade to make money this season, right? But I'm still studying how to, so I can simplify it very well for us. And there's going to be like guides, video guides will upload and say so you guys can do it as well and take advantage of it too. In any way, you just want to make money in the best possible ways in a way that you know is effortlessly. So there are people who may not have the should I say the confidence to even want to invest in something like Aurum because they don't want to split their money. But now you don't need to invest in a way. You just need to connect your exchange account, right, to the platform and connect to the traders, and the traders are trading on the exchange. And there, I'm hoping, right? So I'm looking for that probably in the nearest future they're going to be adding option for, let's say, if they add options for, let's say if they have TradFi on Bybit, they haven't added TradFi from what I'm looking. But if they've added like TradFi, I would have made it easy. So most people, I would move some of my trading to Bybit TradFi, so people can literally, you guys can just connect directly. But they haven't added yet. So it's just crypto sports, and I'm barely trading all this crypto shit now. But there are people who are doing well and killing it there. So that's easy money for you, easy money for you, and connect your account to the traders as well. And then if they also add, but if they add something as regards forex, I'll be excited to just work because I like the fact the blockchain idea, right? It prevents people from seeing your strategy, but at the same time, people can copy you, right? So I think I would love to like if they add it, which I think they said the nearest future. So by then, but already love you can if you key into it now, by then whenever they add it, I swear to just be easy for you to just connect to me and copy trade me automatically too, which is something I've always wanted to do. So the reason why I've never done it on Bybit or Binance is because of this same issue, which their platform is the one that has solved it, and I just love it so much. And that's why I'm gonna like talk about it from next week. Next week. So I think that's all. And also I think if you use it too, because it's also gonna be like hyperliquid, the likes of them as well. So if you use it too, you will have some points. There are some points you're gonna get too, right? So I think like Shola now that is in charge of the airdrop, the house about airdrop community as well. So I think there will be points you should be able to create your link, right? And post with your link. You can post it to the groups and stuff and all that as well to garner points for yourself and all that. Okay, bye for now. And see you guys in the evening for Aurum presentation by then. And let's see how we make money from everywhere this season, this period, this time that we are in, with the opportunities that are available for us.